Hello everyone, welcome to the video on Mathematics 8. In this video, we're going to learn about the financial literacy. Before we start, there are some prior knowledge that you should have. You should know how to find the percentage of a number. You should also know how to find the best buy of two different products. After this video, you'll be able to calculate the unit price of items after applying discounts or coupons and the taxes to determine the best buy. Let's try the first example question. A $1,200 television is sold with a 12% tax. You have a discount of $200. How much money do you have to pay? Well, first of all, let's find the price after the discount. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do the $1,200 minus the $200 discount. So it comes to $1,000. And after the discount, let's calculate the 12% tax. The 12% of $1,000 is equal to 0.12 times 1,000, which is going to be $120. Finally, adding the $1,000 to the original price plus the tax amount is equal to $1,120. So we can say the price I have to pay is I have to pay $1,120. Let's annotate the process. First, I do the original amount minus the discount amount minus the discount to get the final amount, total amount. And then I calculate the tax amount. Afterwards, I add the original, the total price and the tax amount, total plus tax, is equal to the final price. And that tells me how to calculate the total price, the final price that I have to pay. Let's try the second example question. Find the final unit price per bag of chips at both stores. Assume 5% tax is applied to both stores. In store A, a box of 15 bags of chips costs $20, and there's a 40% discount. In store B, a box of 15 bags of chips costs $15, and there's a $2 coupon. So let's calculate the unit price for each store. So for store A, well, first of all, I think we can put it as the price per bag is the rate that we want to find. And in the beginning, it's $20 per 15 bags. However, we need to account for the discount and also the tax that we have. So in this case, we're going to switch this into, first, let's apply the 40% discount. Instead of calculating the amount of discount and then subtracting it afterwards, I think we can use our sense that 40% discount means 40% less than the original amount, which is the 100%. In other words, it means that we're buying it at the 60% of the usual price, which turns into, let's write 60% for now. And then we're going to apply the 5% tax on that. 5% tax addition also means that we add 5% to the 100%, the original amount. In other words, we're paying 105% of the total amount. So we're going to multiply this by 105% out of 15 bags. I can rewrite this into 20 dollars times 0.6 times 1.05 divided by 15 bags. And let's use the calculator. $20 times 0.6 times 1.05 divided by 15 is equal to 0.84 dollars per one bag. So we realize that the unit price of the price A, after all the discount and the tax, is 84 cents per one bag. Let's do the same thing with the brand B. The price per bag used to be $15 per 15 bags. So obviously the price B is a lot cheaper in the beginning. But let's apply the discount. First of all, we start with the $15. But this time, instead of having a percentage discount, we have a flat amount discount. So I'm going to first subtract the $2 that I have. Afterwards, I need to pay the tax of 5%, which means I need to multiply the total by 105%. Divided by 15 bags again. I'll just continue writing onto the side here. So that's $13 times 1.05 divided by 15 bags. And if I put that into the calculator, and the total comes to 91 cents per one bag. So we realize that brand A has the final unit price of 84 cents per bag, and brand B has a final unit price of 91 cents per bag, which tells me that our final Best Buy is the brand A. Brand A is the Best Buy. Let's annotate the process here. We apply the percentage discount before the tax. Well, I say that, I'll write it that way, but I think it's quite obvious that percentage discount before tax, after tax, actually doesn't matter mathematically because it's all multiplication. What I did though, however, is that because it's a 40% discount, converted to paying 60%. So 40% discount means pay 60% of original price. So I put that all into the calculator and I got 84 cents per bag. For the flat amount discount, and in this case, the discount coupon are used interchangeably. The flat discount is applied before the tax as well. So in this case, I did the 15 minus the $2, which comes to $13. And then I applied the tax of 105%, and I got the value of 91 cents per bag. And in total, the brand A had the lower unit price, therefore, also the Best Buy. Let's review some vocabulary that we learned in this lesson. The coupons or discounts are a percentage or amount taken off for the regular price before the tax are calculated. So these help us to buy the products at a cheaper price. And you will see them very often when you go to the stores, grocery stores, or clothing stores, or even online stores as well. The unit price, as we have discussed in the previous lesson, the unit price is the final cost of an item, the total cost divided by the number of items that we're buying. The sales tax in BC that I'm filming this from In BC, there is 5% GST, which is applied for the general items like bag of chips and juice boxes or things like that. And you also pay the 7%, the PST, if you decide to buy some things like the clothes or shoes or other things. Just so you know, when you go to grocery stores, you don't have to pay any taxes for raw foods such as apples or eggs or things like that. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.